escape. And what I'll do, I'm going to stop this. If you got any of these highlighted here, do home, it'll go there. If you're not in that, you do control home, it goes to the start of the timeline. So another little quick thing. What I've done here is I've got one. I'm gonna kill these so we don't look at them. And okay, it's our warped MP that we've already done our keyframes using transform. So here where I imported, we'll go to clip mod. This is all it is. This is the only thing that really moves in this entire video besides my mouth. That's it. And it's probably a 20-minute background thing that I used for some green screen stuff a long time ago. 4 years. Long time ago. Okay, so that's what we got. We got a video down here, right? So what I did is I went and I chopped a piece out that I haven't done anything. I'll prove it to you. I haven't done a thing to it. Okay, we're gonna hit the beginning here. Another tool tip in my favorites. And what I created this favorites by going to things that I used a lot. I'm going to do rotoscoping next. If you do a right click on rotoscope, add to favorites. When I go to favorites, I use chroma key advanced a lot. Not a lot, I use it. Transform I like a lot. Gain, audio correction. There's some others in audio correction that I use a lot that I'm going to add in here. I haven't done it yet. That's fade in, fade out on audio. And the image adjustment, fade in, fade out, and obscure, which is like a box blur. See preview video. So we're messing with transform. I picked that clip in the timeline. Now, 99% of any effect will go into that once you picked it by just double clicking. Hey, look, it's in there. And here's the control, the transform. Okay. So the first thing we did is we had the image go small. I'm going to move this over here. And as I'm moving it, you see the top bar right up here. This means it is keyframeable. And it's going to go to the nearest part. I'm going to make it a good, the longer you make it, slower it does the change. I'll improve that, but I'll just show you. So we started off on the first keyframe. It's 100. I'm going to add this keyframe. And I'm going to tell it, you know what? I want you to go down to 25. Now, to make this take effect, I usually click down. So what we just did was, if we go back, oh, I should have used. Okay, and we're going to play it. We're going to shrink it down to 25. Added one keyframe, 25. When it gets to 25, you're going to see that it stays at 25. If you look, I'm going to move the playhead and look up in the box, and it's already, it's at 25 over here. So let's go over here and Create a keyframe. Now I want to make it 100% again. Click in the box. Go home. Play with a spacebar or hit play. All the same. We're going to, and you notice it's up here, it's going down to 25%. Going to hit the keyframe. Now it has another target. The target is 100, and it's working towards 100. This is the 100, 25, 100. Really straightforward, very simple. Sometimes I have more trouble with animated titles when I do this stuff. Okay, so that was the first one. Now, if whatever I'd done in this clip, say I added fade out, which is pretty cool. I'm in this fade out. I just added it. Fade in. Added at the beginning. I use that a lot. I like it. Easy, quick. Don't have to mess around. Say I do an effect and I don't like it. I just hit the trash can. Boom. It's only going to delete what's in this clip. I'm going to take this out. I don't want to backtrack. We're still in here. Double click transform. It's back in. Now, we messed with the size of this to shrink it and grow it back. The zoom, the opposite. It's like shrink and zoom in one tool. So if I say I'm going to pick a point, and the closer I put it, the faster it's going to go. Depends what kind of effect. I add a keyframe, and I say go to 200%. And then I go over a little ways and I add a keyframe. Here we got our start. First one I added at 200. It's still at 200, you notice. Go to move the keyframe. And I say, okay, let's make it back to 100. I'm going to click in here. I'm going to say home. Zoom it in. Zoom it out. Now, let's just suppose I go, man, I look slow. Can I move it? So let's see what happens. Now it should zoom out a little slower and snap back to normal quicker. Multiple ways to move this. Zooming in. Zooming out a lot quicker. Back to 100. Okay, that's the zoom. The zoom is cool. Say I go, if I can get right on this, you'll see. And I say, make this 400. I'm gonna go home. Play. He's gonna zoom quicker because it's more magnified, even though the time hasn't changed. I should zoom out pretty quick because it's going from 400 to 100. That makes sense. Okay. 2 out of 3 done. So again, if I wanted to fade out, I would click, ooh, fade in. Say I wanted to cure. Cure is a weird little box. Will cure wherever I want to put it. And the thing about it, not keyframe. Notice get rid. So the obscure, you have to set the limits where it starts. Otherwise, that box is in there. If it was keyframeable, you turn it on at a certain. Doesn't work that way. So what you have to do is split. Don't actually cut the clip, put it in the obscure cut, and you can track it by motion thing. I haven't figured. But say you had somebody's face you didn't want. You didn't have permission. Somebody's license plate on their car that you didn't have permission. Address label or something like that. That's when you use that. That's cool. You see, I could put everything in there just by double clicking over here. Okay, so our last one is the rotate. Let me show you how. Took everything out, double click, and see this rotation thing? This is so easy. Crazy. Kdenlive's getting better and better. So I'm gonna went to the beginning, and you notice there's already a little blue circle there. Well, that says that I created a keyframe when I started this. Very nice. I'm going to add a keyframe, and I'm going to say I learned this the hard way, but if I say 360, can't. 360, I'll move the keyframe up here. Go home. I hit my spacebar. Boom. So 0 was the home photo, and 360 it went, if you count 0 degrees, it's going clockwise, rotating. Pretty cool. And however close I add the keyframe, makes this thing happen quicker time frame because less frames fast. Here we go. It looks like this thing's really cooking now. So you could, I'm trying to use this on a title, and I will figure that out too. And I'll do a transform on a static title, and it'll look like a propeller coming in. That'll be cool. So I'm gonna make another keyframe. So it went from 0 to 360, and add a keyframe, and I'm gonna go back to 0. Now, on my logic, this will rotate the other way real quick. Boom. Rotating clockwise. And when it gets here at 360, it's going to go back the other way and look for the 0 point. Really simple stuff, but a nice, powerful tool. And say you make time frames, yeah, keyframes, you don't like it, and man, this is terrible. Trash can, gone. Fade in, there, in the green down here, and now it's up here. You can control it. Watch the green, throw it away. Well, that's my quick thing on the transform part of this. Now, if you go back to my control home, and I'm all the way back to the beginning, and another little thing that I use is, see, I've X'd out the video. So if I play this right now, the only one you're going to see are the effects from the transform. That's cool. And say I go, okay, let's go home again. I just turned on my little logo name thing. Oh, I gotta go back. Control home. I put this little name in there. Some people think it's my name. So you could see partially what you're doing at a time, and then I have this. I'll do my other thing I'm doing, which is my title clip. Control home. And that actually is a title clip, but it's really PNG. Shrink and grow. You go into default. Do that. Okay, so here it is. I edit clip. The reason I put the PNG using edit clip, title clip, is because you have a PNG and you try to edit it in Kdenlive, it'll say, what program are you going to attach to do it? Title editor will do it. Hey, look, I can move this guy. Whoa. I can take that because I hit titles and say, let's make him 4,000. He's so big, I moved him off screen. I can do width or height. So I had this at 2,600. 2,600. And I had this, let's see, let's make this guy 2,000. Big again. So if I put this guy at 26, it corrected the height. Mainly because reserve aspect ratio. So if I have a PNG or a PNG and I want to stick in a title, and I don't like where this PNG originally, where I made it on GIMP, I made this, was right in the middle. Well, I don't want that in the middle of this video. Put it over here. That's cool. So that's how I did that one. And that one is static. So if we go control home, over there. I'm only gonna show video wise beach, and what this title clip with no name, which has picture and this verbiage. That's all we're seeing. Of course, we're shrinking the ocean. Because I got all these keyframes on. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So that's how I did that. And I stacked these clips on top of each other. So right now I've got name, first title clip, and the next title clip, and I have other things within the video that I define. This is how I got it. And the next one, I did the fade in and out on a title, which is pretty cool. That's that green one that dropped from the right down there. And I'm gonna fade out the image first, the blue, and then I'm gonna fade out the real title, this, and then I'm gonna zoom in on this title, which is static, but it moving in and out makes it look moving strange. Now, the other thing I could do, I could take this clip, I might try, and I don't know if I can transform because there's a lot of this guy. See if I can add the transform. With all the other junk I got going, I don't know. Wow, it looks good. This is going to be insane. Okay, so I'm going to say 360. Oh, that has to be. Because that's my start point. And I'm going to put this here into this. Make a keyframe. I'm going to put 360. I go back here. It needs to be. This one, 360. Wow, that's insane. This will probably get me all screwed up. Well, I think I goofed up. So there we just use a transform for a fourth function. We rotate it, and let me do that. Let me edit. Edit the clip. I'm gonna make it a little better. I can make it here. Get our controls in here. Let's move this guy here. That should move pretty quick. Might get vertigo. Ah, very good. Okay, and now we're going back. I could actually do the same thing. Rotate now. It's almost the same. What I could do, take this thing and do it real quick. And over here and make a keyframe and put it back to here. Boom. Boom. That's it. That is the end of the transform. I think I kind of beat it to death for now.